Hello, people. How are you all? And I hope you all are doing great and amazing. And I don't know what book you are reading right now, but today, here in this video, we'll be reviewing a book. And the book that we're going to review today is Conversations with God. I know the title seems very unreal and unbelievable as well. That, how can you have a conversations with God? Well, then let me tell you that what this book has inside, and is it really a kind of convo between a human and a God, and how it feels like and what it really means to have a conversation directly with God. That's all we're gonna see in this video today. So stay tuned and stay connected till the end of this video. So let me start with the book now. Well, I'm pretty sure that you might have understood till now that because I'm reading this book, I'm obviously a believer in God. So if you are a disbeliever in God, and if you in any aspect you feel that there is no form of God, this video is purely not for you. So now me continue with this book. It's very compact. It's pocket friendly. You can take it. You can carry it with you as well. It's the cover page is beautiful. It's the font could have been better. The page quality also could have been better, but still, this is a good book. And I haven't read the book completely, but yeah, I've read three-fourth of the book, and I'm quite happy with the book. This book is satisfying. I'll say soul satisfying. This book obviously cannot answer your every problems because the kind of concept the book has is quite abstract. And when you deal with a very complex life today, uh, will ultimately for 80 to 90 percentage of you people, if you're not a spiritual human being, you will find this book very vague. I hope you people might have gone through Bhagavad Gita, right? I'm coming to the point now. This book is quite similar to that because in this book is a conversation between, I can say, a person and God, and how that conversation started. It that this person was quite depressed and not unhappy, and very unhappy in his life. So he starts writing, and when he starts writing, he writes all those questions like, why is this happening to me? I've been so decent, so good in my life, but why all the troubles to me? And then suddenly, while writing all the problems, he stops. And then again, he starts writing. And he starts writing the answers to all the questions he has asked from God. And he relates it that, whatever I wrote, I was not writing, somebody was letting me write. So that whatever he has written, he considers that all the answers got from the God. And that is the conversation that you can find in this book. So he considers with a lot of confidence that he had an indirect conversation with God. And then he publishes the book with the fact that, people might not believe him. But yeah, when I got through all the answers, it was very much similar to Bhagavad Gita. Exactly how in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna answers Arjun. It's quite similar to that how God is trying to explain this person, that why life chose you, why God chose you. Every person is not chosen by God. And when God chooses you, with God also is selecting you with lot of aspirations. That this person is gonna love me with his mind, body, and soul. This person is not gonna take my name in vague terminologies. This person will not involve me into negative things. These are God's expectations from you. That my this child is not going to undergo any kind of adultery. Any form of adultery he would not practice. He would not cheat people. He would not undergo deceit, kind of any malfunctioning of life or anything or any malignation of anybody's personality or nothing like that. He will have a day for me. That is gonna be the holy day of his life. This child will be understanding that whatever is happening, it's because of me. It's because of um, my wish it is happening to him, and I am letting him teach something. I'm letting him enlighten about what life actually is. And this child will go into nothingness, and that nothingness ultimately he'll come back to home. He'll come back to me. That is what God expects from humans. This is the ultimate, I'll say in a nutshell, this book is teaching you that this is all God said to this person, that I want you to enlighten. It's all the journey of enlightenment where you understand that this world has nothing to offer you. Nothing. What is heaven? Heaven is nowhere. Heaven is now here. The life you are dealing is heaven. The life you are going through is heaven. And you have to understand that whatever is happening with you, it has a reason. And the reason is that I want you to come back to me. I want you to leave this worldly pleasures and the materials and rush back to me because I need you. You are a lovable child. That is what this book has. So yes, so if you feel that connectivity with spirituality, if you feel that connectivity with God, and I'm pretty sure you can relate with me and you can understand what I'm actually talking about, because this is not this only this book tells you. Spirituality only has these lessons that God wants their children to be like them, to be God-like, and you have those traits of being God-like, not being jealous of people, not having the feeling of hatred. Obviously, you have those human emotions, but those human emotions cannot impact others. It won't even impact you. No effect, no hatred, no jealousy, no negative feelings, no adulteration, nothing like that. And that is when you become godlike. And when you become godlike, God will give you more problems, more problems. Those problems are like, they'll enlighten you. You'll ultimately, at the end of the day, understand that it's nothing, and that's you'll be given the strength to deal with that. For a moment you might be in a shock, you might not take it, but the next day you'll be fine. You'll be like, okay, fine, I have to deal with it. So this things would take you to God, and God is in need of good people. God is in need of good children. That's what God here in this book teaches you. uh, Say a thing that is not true and thus be a false witness, and you'll be even punished. There are people who say that there are multiple people, those who do wrong deeds and nothing happens to them. But if I do a little something, even if I think ill about somebody, something bad immediately happens to me. Why? Because you're a God's child, because you've been chosen by God. That is what God says, that you say a thing that is not true and thus bear a false witness. Immediately something wrong would happen, because God cannot see you going even for a second on a wrong way, on a wrong path. You'll be immediately punished, and everybody is not punished. So they'll be taking multiple birth until they understand. But when you understood this may be your last life dealing all this human pleasures and all, and you will be ultimately, and you are very closer to God. You are very closer to God when this is happening to you, and you don't have any ill feeling in your heart for any situation, any circumstances, for any person. You are just connecting with God. Yes, you are very closer to God, and that is going to be the end of all your troubles. That is what these books actually teach you. You will not defile the purity of love and dishonesty or deceit. And this is adulterous. I promise you, when you have found God, you shall not commit this adultery. This is what God is expecting from their children. Guys, this book is beautiful. It's a must read if you have fact of spirituality inside you. You want to move closer to spirituality, please go and read this. You're going to love this. You will be understanding this. And even if you're not into spirituality and you feel that you have a lot of troubles in your life and there's no solution, you still have a beautiful heart, a good heart, this book is for you. This will take you to spirituality. This will make you understand spirituality is not meditation. It doesn't mean, it's a small part. Meditation is a small part of spirituality. It's a big terminology which will connect you to the Almighty, which will make you a human. And the kind of generation we are dealing with, well, I deal with a lot of young people today, and I feel very disheartening inside watching my students being into ADHD. Most importantly, 95% of them are dealing with attention deficiency. And I don't know where are we taking it, the kind of families we are into. Obviously this would happen. So how to make up a society who connects with each other, who love each other, is to understand the essence we are into, to understand what is the purpose of our life, to understand why are we here, why are we born to, and the ultimate goal is God. We have to leave everything and we have to go back to Him. We have to rush back to Him. So please make a life, please live a life where you can watch Him in front of you, and you should be answerable to the life you have lived. So that's all this book teaches you. This is an amazing book, similar to Bhagavad Gita, but in a form little more clearer. There are people who don't understand that book, so it's little clearer aspect of the same Bhagavad Gita what we Indians are reading today. So please go ahead and have this book. It's purely a form of beautiful spiritualism, and I loved it. I don't know about you, but you might love it if you are into spirituality. So yeah, that's all from my side today. Few people have liked my review, and yeah, go. I'll give the link in my description box where to go and get this book from. And yes, bye bye. Take care. Do read and keep on reading, and keep on your children. Tell your children to read, and that's all I want from this world today. Bye bye. Take care.